This is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN Network, and we're a proud media sponsor for the upcoming Precious Metals Summit Europe being held virtually this year. Joining me right now is Russell Starr. He is the president and CEO of Trillium Gold. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is TGM on the TSX Venture. Russell, thank you for joining me today. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you, Robert? Thanks for having me.
No complaints here. And again, thank you for joining us. So let's start off with a very quick overview and history of the company, and then we'll go from there.
You bet. So Trillium used to be called Confederation Minerals back in 2013. The company actually had a $100 million market cap at that point, drilling what was then a 50-50 JV on the Newman Todd asset. We now own 83.5%. So Newman Todd in 2013 had a $200 million valuation, of which Confederation owned half. Now we own 83.5, and we have a $40 million valuation. 55,000 meters of drilling, 41% of those drill holes intersected greater than 10 grams per ton. And as you know, in Red Lake, it's a prolific mining jurisdiction.
So Russell, and you alluded to this a little bit in your first answer there, but what would you say makes the company unique and different compared to some of your peers out there? I know, there's quite a few companies out there right now in the Red Lake right now.
Yeah, Red Lake is such a prolific mining jurisdiction and has been so for 100 years plus. Look, we have 55,000 meters of drilling. Like I mentioned, 41% of those hit greater than 10 grams per ton, so literally high grade everywhere. And our share structure, we have 47 million shares outstanding, which is something that very few junior mining companies in today's world can say, because they've had to blow up their share structures just to survive. We're not that company. Management owns close to 50% of that float. And unlike many other juniors, we have about 14 million bucks in our treasury. So there's a lot of reasons that we're different.
Very good. And what's your background? I mean, how'd you come into all this?
Sure. It's a weird, diverse background. 2 master's degrees, started a PhD in economics, ended up working on Bay Street, started a firm that's now called Echelon. So I'm one of the co-founders of Echelon, but really wanted to join those guys I was banking all the time. So I joined a company called Caden Resources. We took that from 30 million bucks to 205 million and sold that to Agnico. Then we started our next company called Orin Resources, which is now Fury, acquired Eastmain, split off 2 Peruvians. So I've got a bit of an everything background, where institutional sales, institutional trading, corporate finance, started a firm. But then I'm in one of those rare select crowds where we've actually taken a company to a sale process and an ultimate sale to a major.
And Russell, then from what you can tell us, what would you say are some of the company's value catalysts now for the rest of this year going into 2021?
Yeah. Well, look, like I said or mentioned, we're cashed up. So there's very few companies that will be drilling as much as we are. We'll probably do between 30 and 50,000 meters of drilling in Red Lake. That's a major undertaking for a company of our size. But as I mentioned, there's high grade everywhere. But the other thing, we're very quietly becoming a substantial landholder in the jurisdiction. You should see some interesting M&A here very near term. I didn't even get a chance to mention some of our other properties, one of which is 20,000 hectares right by the Dixie discovery, Great Bears Dixie. And we're we've flown airborne. We're doing some AI right now as well on that, just to identify some pretty juicy targets. So like every other company, you want to see drill holes. We're going to have those nonstop. Then you're going to see some M&A, and then ultimately, fingers crossed, exploration success.
And Russell, where can our audience then go and find more information, everything they need to know about Trillium Gold?
Sure. Well, you're obviously going to see interviews such as this online. We've got a few out there already. Our website is trilliumgold.com. That has our presentation and everything else you need to know. But like I said, when you have a cashed up junior like we are, and you're going to be drilling the amount that we're going to be drilling, you'll be I don't want to say inundated, but you'll be happily overwhelmed by drill information coming out on a regular basis.
Very good. Well, Russell, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe. And I look forward to our next update.
You bet. Thanks a lot, Robert. Have a great day.
Thank you too. And again, my name is Robert Kraft. I'm your host on SNN Network, and we're a proud media sponsor for the upcoming Precious Metals Summit Europe being held virtually this year. And thank you all for watching.